Hello, my name is Dale Hawthorne. Welcome to my channel. And I see you're interested in perhaps a book like this. Maybe you thought I was directing you to a book like this. Well, before we get into what this is all about, please like and subscribe if this informs you, interests you, and even maybe entertains you a little bit. But yeah, well, maybe you think that this video is directing you to a book like this. Well, this book doesn't exist. And it's not my guide to calling really to guide you how to win ego points over other people. But this is what I would want to show you. The book that you probably have is a book that you probably already have in your possession, which can guide you to win the best victory. Let's look at the Bible. And this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 23 through 26 have nothing to do with foolish, ignorant controversies because you know they breed quarrels. Controversies, foolish, ignorant, stuff like that. The best way to win those is not to indulge in them, but if you're the Lord's servant, continuing on, especially if you're a pastor or someone in church leadership, an elder, then the Lord's servant must not be quarrelsome, but kind to everyone, able to teach, patiently enduring evil, correcting his opponents with gentleness. God may perhaps grant them repentance leading to a knowledge of the truth, so that they may come to their senses and escape from the snare of the devil who, after being captured by him, to do his will. Yeah, the best way, we're not to come on here really looking to pick fights, to be feisty like this. So the book that you have to win the argument is to win the first argument over yourself, over your desire to exalt yourself over others and humiliate others in the course of argument and controversy like that. What does Jesus say? He that humbles himself shall be exalted, but he who exalts himself shall be humbled. And even if you think you win, you probably haven't. So the best thing really is to learn to love each other. To love each other, to be able to discuss these things. Yeah, I do believe there is false doctrine, and I do talk about that in other places, but I don't think that every little thing, every little disagreement is false doctrine. As a matter of fact, a lot of people who may talk about false doctrine, they themselves change their opinions from time to time. And what they may call false doctrine now may be something that they believed. So were they a false teacher before they came to a change of opinion, or what's the deal? But what we're really called to do, I would want to refer you to the Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 through 25. The type of church that we're to have, not a church where people are feisty, people trying to beat others down into their own opinions. Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 through 25 says, "Let us consider how to stir one another up to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near." Yeah, people often, talk about verse 25 when they try to make sure that people are in attendance at church, and you do need to attend church, but they forget about what's there with stirring one another up to love and good works. So, has your church involvement made you a more loving Christian? Has it made you able to do what Paul's talking about here? To be kind, able to teach, patiently enduring evil, correcting your people who disagree with you with gentleness. So, this comes back to what it means to be a Christian. The Apostle John said in 1 John chapter 3, verse 14, "We know that we have passed out of death into life because we love the brothers. Who does not love abides in death." So I believe that we may see many people who have a change of opinion, but maybe they didn't really change in the heart life. And my prayer is that they would come to know the depth of the love of God within their souls so that they can live out 1 Timothy chapter 2, or 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23 through 26. So I hope this has been helpful. My book recommendations are, the other ones that I put up so far are serious. This is a little bit lighthearted, a little bit mischievous, but I think that if you give me the kindness, being patiently enduring this, give me the benefit of the doubt. I would appreciate that. And I've never really said this on my channel, but I really do love my subscribers and people who hear. I do want to make sure that I'm delivering the right kind of things. I can't reach out over here and speak to you, give you a hug or anything like that. Not that I'm necessarily in need of a lot of hugs, but that I really want you to become the type of loving person, the type of person who's not fighting over every little difference, but who's able to guide people into knowing the truth in our Word, the truth about Jesus, the truth of the Lord of love who's come to me, and you want to pass it on, as the old song says. So, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention.